What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Woo! You talk about messy on top of messy. Everything about this episode was just messy. When I say everything, I mean everything. It was just a hot butter mess. Um, so getting into it, what the hell is Jason doing with a room at the Metro Court? What happened to his condo that he had? Because I remember he had a whole condo where I remember Jake and Danny were at and stuff. What happened to that? They done got rid of that too? Like, give Jason a home. He wanted to, like, he's a seasoned vet of this show. Get that man a home. Like, it ain't got to be no mansion because we all know Jason don't do mansions. But, he not flashy like that. And that's what I like. So, anyway, he finally get to meet up with his boo-boo, his little boo thing, Britt. I am so happy they finally get to be out in the open and shit. They ain't gotta be hiding they love and whatnot. I'm happy about that. Um, Carly need to exit to stage left. She need to go move. She was kind of pissing me off today. See, I have such a love-hate relationship with Carly. Like, I love her some days, and some days I just can't stand her ass. Like when Jason and Britt was all holding hands, like they all together and whatnot. Um, what the hell is this? Like when Jason took her hand and stuff from across the table, Carly was standing over there um from across the bar and stuff. She just looking at them, looking all concerned or whatnot. I'm like, Carly, mind your business. Mind your business, Carly. Go get you some business. Mind it. Jason is a grown ass man. Let that man get some loving. Like Carly, she really annoys me with that. Like she really gets on my nerves when she be all up in Jason's personal business. But him and Carly did have that conversation about the business, and Jason pretty much made it clear that she needs to be less involved in the business now that he's around. Like, he's appreciative for the way that she stepped up, but it's time for her to step off, he feel. Because she got infant children at home, a stepdaughter, a baby at home, Jocelyn, Michael, you need a grandson, you need to be here for your family. You know what I mean? And this business is not what you want to be a part of. Um but I think it's gonna be easier said than done because a part of me feel like Carly don't want to relinquish that power. Cause it's something about power. When you get some power in your hand, you don't want to relinquish that shit. You do not want to give that up. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Carly's a lot of things, but being in that power seat right there, I'm gonna tell you right now, I know she felt it. I know she felt the weight of that power. And I know she's not really gonna want to easily just give it to Jason. So she might fight him on that down the road. She might. Um. So anyway, back to Jason and Britt. I am so freaking happy that they had that conversation about like where they kind of stand with each other. They haven't made anything official, but they made it perfectly clear to each other that what they did at the lighthouse, all that bumping and grinding, it wasn't a one night stand kind of situation. Because Jason was like, it wasn't a one night thing for me, and Britt made it clear it wasn't a one time thing for her either. I said, go the fuck hey, that's what I'm talking about. I love this. And you can see how happy Jason actually looks like when he looks at Britt. And the way she look at him, she be looking at him like some giddy old schoolgirl. I love that shit. I'm like, go ahead, go do you. Um, so anyway, Ava and Nicholas over here talking about this little stalker that they got. And Nicholas is thinking that it could be one of his exes and whatnot. So he went over there to confront Britt. I'm like, see, Nicholas, this is what we're not gonna do. Like, you're not gonna sit there and interrupt Britt and Jason's time. That's what you're not gonna do. See, Jason was nice about it for the moment, but you need to mind your business. You need to leave them alone and let them handle their business. They over here cackling and having a good time right now, enjoying their time because they get to be free and out in the open and just enjoy each other without dealing with police and everything else. So you need to move your ass to stage left. You know what I mean? Like, go tend to your wife. He's sitting over there trying to interrogate Britt about the game she used to play with him or whatever, about her playing games and whatnot. And Britt was like, I ain't got time for you. She was like, I'm not thinking about you. I know that's right. Nicholas need to go on somewhere because Britt over here getting some vitamin D from Jason. She don't want your D no more. Ava got your D. Ava got that shit in her purse. So you need to go ahead and go over there. You know what I'm saying? Do it over there. You got a wife over there. Don't worry about this over here. Britt is good over here. She got her man. Leave her be. She happy. She ain't worried about your little scrawny ass. So go over there. Somebody else is stalking y'all because it ain't Britt. Britt ain't worried about you. She hasn't been worried about you in quite some time. So move it along. While they over there doing that, Ava over here questioning Carly and Jason about like what's going down with the business or whatever. Is Carly gonna give up the business and Jason gonna run it? Carly was like, bitch, mind your business. Carly was like, ain't none of this shit your business. I mean, I agree with Carly. It ain't really none of Ava's business, but at the same time, it's like, if it concerns her daughter and you want her daughter to be at your house, then it does concern her. It is somewhat her business too, because you want Avery to be around your house. So she need to know, like, what's the deal? What's going on? Who's in charge? But it's like, damn, Carly, you ain't gotta be so snarky and rude all the time. Like, damn, the girl did help you out with your little Cyrus problem. She offered to help you, gave you a distraction, which helped get Jason out. So you do, need to show a little bit of gratitude, because she didn't have to do that, but she did. So Carly just need to, chillax. So I want to know, why the hell doesn't Carly and Olivia ever vet their staff? They don't ever vet their staff, because the last bartender they had, he was working for Cyrus. And now this bartender shady too. And we don't even know who he working with, because he ended up swiping Ava's purse or whatever. And when her and Nicholas went to go sit down, he brought the purse back to her. I want to know, what he do with that purse. Did he put a bug or something in that purse? Like, did he plant something in there? I want to know what he was doing with her purse. I want to know. I want to know what that, like, who's behind all of this foolishness. I really want to know. Like, it got to be somebody doing this, and that bartender definitely working for somebody. And I want to know what he put in that purse. Ava and Nicholas better watch their back. It's a damn shame now they got moved into the Metro Court and all that good stuff. I'm like, damn. It's a sad shame when you got to move out your home. But my thing is, they shouldn't even have to move out their house. Nicholas got money. Ava got money. They could easily hire some damn staff. Hire some security. Because I'm sorry, but they better than me, because I wouldn't have moved out of a damn place. You ain't about to get me to move out my house. Don't get me wrong, the Metro Court is beautiful and all that, but I ain't living out no hotel when I got this big ass manor. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't about to run me out my house like some little bitch. It ain't going down. Like, I ain't gonna be the bitch today. It ain't going down. You ain't about to run me out my home. Now, I'm surprised Ava left, because we all know Ava OG. So I'm surprised she got up and left. Ava seemed like she don't really scare that easy. So it was shocking to me that her and Nicholas done moved out the manor. I'm like, nah, I wouldn't have left a damn thing. I would have stayed my ass right there with the doors unlocked and my gun right here on my lap. I dare you to come up in here and try to do something. I would have put 2 holes in your ass. It ain't going down with me. Sorry, not sorry. Hell no, you ain't about to run me out my home that I pay good money to live. It ain't going down. Hell to the no. So anyway, moving on from that, we get to the Tano. Some days I don't even want to talk about this shit. But I feel like if I'm gonna review a show, I gotta talk about it. But I feel like I don't really want to talk about it, because this shit feel like a whole nother show whenever I talk about this mess. I wouldn't be surprised though if Sonny showed up in Port Charles though, because Phyllis keep poking the bear. She keeps trying to tell him, go to Port Charles and surprise Nina. Go pay her a visit or whatever. I got a feeling he might go. He might just say, I miss my boo. Let me go back. And it's a fraudulent boo, but that's all right. That whole relationship is fraud as hell. But it's good to see that the TNO, is getting some business now that Elijah was caught. It's good they making some money, and they're busier than ever, so that's good. It's good to see a business bounce back. So anyway, Nina was stopping by Maxie place or whatever to check up on her and whatnot. And even Maxie was asking her questions because Sonny was calling Nina or whatever, and she ignored the call. But Maxie saw the name Mike on her phone. She was like, who that? And she noticed her little smile and stuff after Nina was talking to Sonny or whatever. And Nina kept giving her this little bullshit answer, talking about some, oh, it's peaceful in Nixon Falls, it's this, it's that. You a fraudulent ass woman, Nina. Like, you gonna get yours. Oh, you gonna get yours. I can't wait until it happens. She is definitely gonna get hers. And that's gonna be the funny part. Like, she's definitely gonna get it. And Nina was talking about all the changes in Port Charles, like Valentine having a baby with BLQ and stuff, and that just pretty much got Maxie all teary eyed and stuff because obviously, that's her child, and she just can't tell anybody that. But after Nina left, Maxie just broke down, because she felt like she needed to see her child. But Maxie's whole plan is falling apart. Maxie's whole shit is just crumbling because Dante and Sam ended up at the little house or whatever where Maxie was at or whatnot. And Sam, she tried to tell Sam to go home. Maxie tried to tell Sam, go home to your kids or whatever, but you know how Sam is. She was like, no, I'm not going home until I find out what happened with your baby. So basically, when you got Dante on the case and now you got Sam on the case, her whole plan about to fall apart. And apparently, the house that she was in belonged to Austin, Roger Howard's new character. Um, So the house belonged to him. It's one of his rental properties or whatever, because he owns several rental properties in that area. And there's a real estate company or whatever that manages the properties, a rental company or whatever that manages his properties and whatnot. So they were asking him all types of questions and whatnot, why he was out, like why he out in that area or whatever. And he was like, shit, I hike out here. He's one of them meditating, like one of them meditating types. I tried that a few times. Meditation is actually pretty helpful. I like it. Like, sitting around meditating and shit and just be one with the world, one with the earth. You just, it's good though to be in silence because I do it sometimes early in the morning when I get up before I start my day. I don't turn on no TV. I don't do nothing. I just sit up in bed and have my eyes closed and just in silence, just in thought. And it's very peaceful, actually, very peaceful. I suggest some of y'all try it. You never know, you might like it. It's actually pretty fun. So anyway, they actually found a camera up in there that I guess Maxie or nobody didn't know anything about. Apparently, there's the camera up in there. So they checked the footage and whatnot, and Dante pretty much told Sam that Maxie lied to them about what really happened that night. So I'm guessing they saw the nurse up there and they saw what was going down on that camera. So I'm like, Maxie, you need to come up with something quick because your plan is falling apart. And you know how Dante is when he on the case, he not letting it go. He ain't letting a damn thing go. So anyway, Austin, I believe he's a Quartermain. I believe Austin is a Quartermain. Because remember when he was at the hospital and he was looking up at that donor wing or whatever, and he saw Michael's name up there, and now he's looking at his phone, seeing the news about an emergency CEO vote at ELQ. That man is Austin is a Q. He's a Quartermain. My question is, whose son are you? Is he Jimmy Lee's son? I think that would be smarter to writers to make him Jimmy Lee boy. I think that was smart. Please don't say he Alan long lost child, because Alan don't need no more children now. Now unless you plan on bringing Alan back, which they need to do. Because in my opinion, as long as Stuart Damon got breath in his body and he still want to act, I say bring him back. You know what I'm saying? They should have never killed Alan off in the first place. That was stupid. Should have kept Alan around. But that man definitely a Quartermain though. You can't tell me no different. That man's a Q. So anyway, it's good that, Olivia and Ned are finding their way back because Ned was sitting outside thinking about Edward and Lila, how happy they always were whenever a new Quartermain, was born into the family. They had a new baby in the house. I'm surprised Monica's not around talking to BLQ about the new baby and stuff. That's a little surprising to me. I thought Monica would be there. But Olivia suggested to Ned that he stay or whatever at the mansion and whatnot. I said, okay, look like y'all about to work things out, which is good. I'm happy for them. They need to. I'm glad, somebody not tearing up their marriage for no reason. At least somebody trying to do everything to work it out. Thank God. So Brooklyn and Valentine were talking about Chase or whatever and his terminal illness or whatnot. I wouldn't say his illness is terminal. They just haven't found a cure for it. So until they do, yeah, he's on the road to death, unfortunately. Um, I think he's gonna make it through. Of course, I highly doubt Chase is going anywhere, and he's like one of the best newbies to come on the show in quite some time, in my opinion, because I always liked Chase since day one. Um, so they start talking about the CEO position and stuff like that, about the emergency vote. Here's my thing about this. I know a lot of people prefer a Quartermain run the company. I get it, I do too, but at the same time, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Valentine is making that company money, so why take him out? If he's making more money, and even Valentine said the company is way more profitable now under his leadership. So if he's doing such a great job with the company, why vote him out? You know what I mean? Like, for what? He was like, shit, the shareholders might want to keep him anyway. I mean, he's making them a lot of boatload of money. Shit, if I was Ned, I'd sit there and shut my mouth and cash them checks. Like, I'm just saying. But I also wouldn't trust Valentine either. But if Valentine really wanted full ownership of the company, he could have been had it. I'm just saying. But for the time being, I keep it under his leadership as CEO because, I mean, shit, like I said, if it ain't broke, why fix it? But he's sure that the vote probably gonna come down. It's probably gonna be a split vote between Michael and Ned or whatever. But Ned, I don't think Ned really wants the CEO title back because he's happy just, he's realizing that there's more to life than work. And I agree, there's more to life than that. It's more important things than that. So of course, he told Michael about it and whatnot. I could see Michael coming back to being the CEO of ELQ because I doubt Michael wants to be at Aurora anymore now that he's, now that him and Jax had that falling out. I doubt he wants to work with Jax anymore. So I could definitely see Michael resigning from that title and coming back to the ELQ side of things. I could definitely see that happening. So anyway, moving on from that. This whole Michael Willow Chase storyline, oh my god, this whole thing is so dumb. Like, Willow is really gonna marry Chase. Like, she's really gonna go through with this. And she's sitting there crying, telling Michael, oh, when I'm here with Wiley, if you could just keep your distance or whatever. I'm like, are y'all really going through with this nonsense? This foolishness of a wedding? It's so stupid to me. I'm like, are you seriously going through with this dumb shit? Like, they said they're talking about they can't deny Chase's dying wish. The hell you can't. I'll be sitting there denying that shit. You know what I mean? Because that man ain't gonna die and you're gonna be sitting in a marriage with somebody that you're not in love with. Then you really gonna be stuck. I have a feeling shit is gonna hit the fan because if she marries Chase and he recovers, which we know he most likely will, and he finds out that this whole time she was really in love with Michael and she married him anyway just because she thought he was dying, I have a feeling we're going to get a different chance. I said chance. Chase. I have a feeling that we're going to get a different version of him. Because storylines like this remind me so much of One Life to Live with the whole Clint, Bo, Nora situation. That's why I don't like love triangles, because every love triangle reminds me of that situation. Clint was fucking ruthless during that storyline. That man pulled a whole shotgun out on them and was ready to blow their head off on some Asa Buchanan shit. I was like, no. That's why I feel like we might get. I mean, I hope Chase is the type to rise above something like this, but I got a feeling he might go off. He might go off. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it, and I'll see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.